Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A little bit late today. I forgot the time a little bit and was busy with something, but we are here. First things first, if people didn't know, Onyx 0.4 is on. Which, yeah, was a big thing. Took quite some time. I think since summer, probably. Something like that. But now we can move on to 0.5. We will do that right away by creating a new branch. From dev, probably. So we basically... Do we go... Yeah, we probably... No, we still do it in the game project, most likely. But we need to create a new branch, probably. Oh, it would be here. Or actually, I think I can do it here. Def. Branch. Let's do code gen. Yeah. And then we do that. I think I can delete most of that stuff. I don't think I need to. I mean, maybe it's nice to have. I think that is a better thing, right? No, I think actually, I think I can delete that. I mean, I can move those out. And I can probably move those out. And that those are the biggest ones that I would want anyways. So let's delete that. Let's open that project and here... Why is it on the second monitor? Thank you. Code gen, right? Cool. So yeah, let's build that then. Okay. Fail to check on tag. What? Is that not valid yet? Or what? Ah. That's not there yet. Ah, push to origin maybe? Oh yeah. Okay. No, I think that one will die out anyways. Should we delete branches maybe? Yeah, why not? Alright, so but now we should be able to do that. Oh, that coffee is unfortunately already very weak. We ran out of beans. Very unfortunate. Let's see if it works. Yesterday it worked cloning the project new, but like I tested it before releasing, right? That the cloning of the project works. Actually, let's I will do one thing. Give me a second. On the second monitor, where is it? I think that might make sense to actually do. What else do I have? Alright. I think if I enable that now in OBS, that looks better, yeah. Yeah, maybe we could do some color for that, but I don't know. Alright. Good. We have the branch, right? So next thing is building it. Seeing that we still run. And then we can start with the code generation. I mean, it should run. We didn't change anything here. But yeah, there is a couple of issues with the 0.4 that we have to address in 0.5. Most notably that it doesn't run on or like on other graphics card, it seems like. But yeah. I think I'm not sure what the goal for me for today is. But maybe we can finish the first code generation task. I have like 3 things I think I want to do with the code generation. One is that we will do today, and maybe we can, I don't know if we can finish it. I have some stuff prepared, but I want to re-implement it like cleanly, and yeah. I wrote my fiance that we don't have any coffee because she's currently out. Maybe she brings some beans home. That would be nice. All right. Perfect. I think we are running. Okay, so that works. And I think creating a terrain probably works as well. Oh yeah, I did the default material, right? So that's in 0.5 0.4 as well, which is like just something like that. It doesn't like perfectly work on the slopes of the terrain, of course, because it doesn't have proper UVs. But and I mean in the distance, I'm not sure what the effect is called anymore. But yeah, it's a graphics effect that happens in distances with those kind of textures that you usually prevent with like MIP mapping. Alright, so that works. That was actually all we gonna do probably today with C++. Because we will mostly handle stuff now in CMake and Python, which is not my favorite, but I really don't have a better option, I think. Let me get up my notes. First and foremost, I want to add do we have? No, we don't have the pro folder here. Okay. Yeah, you see Onyx CodeGen, right? That is the other project that I did off stream. I will open it, but we will not take that one as is. I will basically re-implement it. I think we can close basically everything. And then we close all of those. This. And we open CMake. Actually, let me get the chat on the side again. Where is my chat? And then I want this on the side. Perfect. So we go, I think, to, I mean, probably we, wait, maybe we do a new one. Maybe I do a new one. Onyx generate module. Let's call it that. And then we actually don't do any of that. We give it the project name. Or like probably, oh shoot, what did I do? Probably module name. And let's see, CMake get all include. Can I get the sources of the target? I mean, I guess we could just pass it in as a variable already. I guess. Module sources. And I don't think I do anything here. I mean, maybe. But I don't do anything like that, I'm pretty sure, and I don't probably do a configure. But what I do instead is I call an add custom command with output comes to cmake current binary dir, probably something like that. Probably something like that. And then we have a command here, which basically is a UV, that's a Python environment. And then we have our script here, which is probably cmake, not source dir. Pretty sure it's not source dir. It may be Onyx. Maybe it's... Yeah, probably it's something like that, right? Probably this /tools/Python. Oh, wait. That would be in scripts. And then do we have a add custom command? Ah, it's a working directory, okay. We do working directory this. Now we can do that like this probably. And then this is most likely tools Python UV run scripts / code generation. Do I need to? Maybe I don't need to. Maybe that is good enough. We will find out. And now we have nothing else, I think, here for now. I will just say I add custom target, where we do module name code gen and add not dependency. Is it add dependency? No, right? Well, I mean, maybe. Something like that, right? Let's see what that does. So if we go, let's go for the graphics one, for example. Include I mean, maybe we don't need to include it actually. Wait, what is it? No, it didn't. It wasn't called. What's this? Current target and the public sources. We don't need the private sources for this for now. I mean, we could link them, but we don't need to, I think. Oh, we don't need that. Now we need a couple more things here, right? So we need to actually go here. God damn it. And we have a tools here. We do a Python. I think that's what I called it, right? Yeah. Then in here we put the thing I have here, which is somewhere I have a UV here. Don't? Okay. Where do I have the UV? I think I put that into the UV folder here. And we need those for the Linux and whatnot as well. And then I just need this, so basically scripts. And then code generation. Generate module Python. And then we open that. We probably just do a print for now. Like a printf generating module. Let's see what that does. Let's see if it first of all even generates. Ah yeah, we need to include. God damn it, stupid me. Okay, it's not here. Is it in? Oh wait, we're in the wrong CMake file. Is it here that we included? Oh yeah, we do. Generate module thing. What was it called? Yeah. An error has occurred. Add dependencies with incorrect arguments. Is that not how it works? What? But shouldn't that work? Oh wait, do I need more? Oh wait, I think I want not that. Well, add custom targets. Sorry, and I think I want not that. But yeah, basically, not sure if I need to. And then I go down. That part I didn't try yet, so that one can be kind of weird and not. To non-existent target. Huh? Isn't that how it's done? Oh wait, no. It's like that. Confusing. Let's see, did we do anything? No, right? No. Is it message? CMake. Was it message? Yeah. It's info, status. Underscore code gen. Oh, because no, I did it again. I did the comma at the end. CMake allows that as like part of the variable. It's actually crazy. Should be an error. Oh, okay. Perfect. So we should have a code gen here, yeah. And then if I build that, okay, failed to spawn. Okay. Let's see. Does it work like that? Do I need to define the Python at the end? Which might be fine, right? Oh, okay. Did you mean print? Was it really print and not printf? Oh yeah, it was print, not printf. Too much. But that looks already pretty promising. Generating module, perfect. That's very good. That's very good. Alright, so in that case, let's go on. And let's build out that thing. So what I will do is... Okay, why was that not working, but okay. Core. Let's do core, I don't know. And then type database.python. It's like one thing. And then type.python. It's like the first two files I think I will add. Do I need anything else? Probably here. Text. File path. Path users.python. Let's do that. I think that would be that. And then we have here a folder. Module generation. we go in here. And here outside we have or like, let's call it common actually. Code generator Python. And I think that should be everything we need. Yeah, I think that's everything we need. So let's fill those out a little bit. So the type is fairly simple. We basically want a class type, CPP type, I don't know. It's like that. And then we do a def init, that's like the Python thing. I am by no means a Python specialist, but let's go with that. Typing, no, from typing import string, probably. Python string. Or just import string. Or do I just maybe I just have this as str. I'm really not a Python connoisseur. Anyways, name string. Do you do that or do you do that? I have no idea. And then we have path. Does that work? I'm not sure. And inherits is I think a list. Yeah, I think it is a list of, I think, it's just a list of strings. I think it is a list of strings. Although, do I really want this like that? Maybe not. Maybe I even don't want that. And I just have fully qualified name. path string none. Then we have an is abstract, which we will add later. Is it bool? I have no idea. And then we have constructor parameters is as well. I think just a list of strings. And we have create params. Do we actually? Maybe we don't need that. If the class is abstract as a create. If the class is abstract but has a static create, the constructor parameters refer to that static function. Alright, so and then we have a definition for sure for representing this self. I mean, probably this is a string, right? And then probably inherits. There's always like this this, I'm not sure what that does actually. Any Python pro here that knows what that does? It forces the call to represent or whatever that is abbreviated for. Is it represent? It stands for represent, okay. So we do that, and then we do one more, which is constructor parameters. Constructor parameters. So I think with that, we have that, and then we probably call a parentheses at the end. And that should be our CPP type for now. I don't think we need anything else. But yeah, then we have like way more here, which is the type database. So I valid. Yeah, I think I did that correct. And that one will be a little bit more complicated. So we have a types database, which is basically a map. I'm not sure if I can define that thing as a like object, but I mean if I can give it a type, I mean. And inheritance database. Then let's the inheritance database is used for faster lookups of inheritance chains to not parse the same Alright. So we have a definition in it database, or like just in it, I guess. I mean, I guess we could do that with this underscore self in it. Now we pass in here header files, which is probably a list of strings, and include directories, which is as well a list of strings. And then for each path or header in header files or self Hey Selshi Seashore, thank you for following. Welcome, welcome. Hope you have a great start into the week so far. Welcome, welcome. We are currently, so I can show the engine itself, right? Just so that you see it. But currently we are working on some scripts in Python. Okay, where? Yeah, run the last successful build, it's fine. So this is my engine. You have like different graph editors. You can compare them to Unreal's blueprints. So for example, we have shader graphs, which you can build materials with. So for example, I have like this tree planar one, right? And you can build like shaders with the visual editor. And then this is the scene editor. And yeah, you can, for now, for example, we have volumetric terrain. So what we can do is give it a material, and then we have a terrain here, right? And that is all volumetric, and you can go here, primitives, 200, and add another sphere here. And the gaps in there are a bug that I know with the LOD system, but yeah. And then you can change the material here to tree planar, and then we have this. And then we can as well add a light source that it looks a little bit better. It doesn't look that much better, but it will look a little bit better. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. We need to rotate it. Maybe make it not that intense. But yeah, that's like a directional light, which is like one of the light sources. You could have a point light or whatever. Make it a little bit more warm, and then it already looks not so bad after all. So yeah, that's about it. What we are currently having. There's a couple of other things. Actually, there is not that much other things currently. That was already kinda a lot of the thing. And this terrain you can as well. So if I close that, you can define this volume as a volume graph as well. So you can have volume out and then you can build a SDF graph here. So for example, what we could do is put a sphere, radius 400, put that there, put that there, save that out. Shaders. New folder, test, sphere, SDF. And then when you go back to the terrain, here you can say sphere SDF and then it crashes. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. But yeah, you could do that. I'm not quite sure why it crashed now. Does it crash all the time with that? But yeah, that's about it. Does it crash all the time? Oh, it does. Okay, I have a bug. Then need to look into that. But yeah, that would be that. Anyways, we are currently not working on that. Yeah, I'm working on code generation. So let's go back here. So we do that, and I think that should do everything we need. Let me consult my notes. Oh yeah, and then after we have done that, self dot underscore init inheritance I guess. Is it init? I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so basically we do that, parse header, we take a self and then we have include directories list string, and here we return actually nothing. And this is where here. Can you actually do a Python return type void? Does that exist? Oh, okay. So you do it like that? I guess we do that. I don't know. I like types, so let's do that. So we parse our header. Which I have to get down there. Okay, so we do try with open header path are encoding I mean, probably I would want to write out the exception here, right? I mean, I guess what we could do is from path lib import path. And then actually what we do is header content is path header path retext. That should do it. And that's maybe a little bit cleaner, I don't know. And then we have we need to parse this in like some clever way, right? So we have a namespace stack and a scope stack, and then we have an I0 and content length, I guess. Yeah, and then here we need to import other things. Basically, from type import CPP type. Something like that, I'm not 100% sure about that part. But yeah, then we basically do a while I is less than content length. And then we try to get the namespace. And we do that with the regex. Which we will take soon from like the regex I prepared. And if namespace match, then we have a namespace name is our namespace match group 1 strip And then we namespace stack and namespace name. And then we do I equals match and we continue. And then we do another match, CPP type match, self class struct regex match if CPP type match. Then we do more stuff. Basically the last parse type is then the self handle match. I'm briefly AFK for a second. I'll be right back. All right. Why is the music so low? Let's go to the next one. I don't know. Okay. All right. So we handled that one. And I like wrote most of that already, so that's why I kind of have like notes, right? So we pass in the match and we pass in the namespace stack. And then afterwards, I mean, maybe we pass more in. No, we pass in the path, probably header path. And what does that actually do, the handle token here? Yeah, why not? Let's put that namespace stack and include directories. Why not? And then we do serve dot types database. Oh. Add. Oh, sorry. As parsed type. Last parse type with qualified name is our last parsed type. And then we do again I equals cpp type match end. And type start, cpp type start. Equal our I, yeah. And that would be that, and then if not scope, well, yeah, scope for scope in scope stack if scope is any of those two, so either class or struct. If we are not in a class or struct currently, check for global using / type defs. That's basically what that does. Let's see, can we combine that? Probably not actually. And we do basically cpp type match again equals serve using regex match. Oops. And probably actually we can... Let's do that. Let's give this here the content and I. Because then we can do basically if that has something, like if we don't, no, let's do that, and then now we do basically this with the using regex and this with the type dev regex. And here we do true probably. And here we do false. I think. And maybe we actually here. Let's define that as well. Because that basically gives us if we are reusing or not. That might be helpful in the future. Alright, so we have that. So actually if that comes back as true, then namespace stack append class. Yes, we do some Python. I know. Or do you have a better cross-platform scripting option? If yes, I am more than up to it. If not, well, then that's what it is. No, hell not. Hell no. Nah, never gonna happen. You won't get me to do that. I hate Python, but JavaScript or TypeScript are worse. Does not exist. Wait, oh, I did that, which is probably garbage, but really? Golang. Now, but you need to compile Golang, right? Don't you? Magefire. PowerShell is cross-platform. Where, but PowerShell is... I wouldn't consider PowerShell better than Python. Or, but nah. I don't know. So if we close the stack and our scope stack has entries, then pop stack equals scope stack pop, and if pop stack equals namespace, then we know that we are leaving a namespace. So if the namespace stack and namespace stack at the end equals our... Wait, what? Is pop not actually... I think we don't need that. Or basically, I don't think we need that. If last parse type and opt stack in class or struct, then we do something. So basically then we do some more logic. Parse CPP y plus class. Let's call it that. We give it the last parsed type and the header content of CPP type start and I. And then last parsed type is none. Class, yes. And then here plus, while I plus equals 1, continue. And then we go out here, I think. Well, actually here. No, we're not using AI. I mean, some of the code on my notes, ChatGPT was maybe a little bit involved. Because I am by no means claiming I am proficient in Python. So I'm not even sure if it's like the best Python, probably not. But it will get the job done. That's the most important thing for me. Do I even need to do that? You speak English? What? I think so. I mean, I guess, okay. And then you're proficient, okay. Well, maybe. Comment end is header content find. \n in I plus 2 and then I plus equals, well, actually is comment end plus 1. Ah, okay, if comment end is not -1. That is like the ugliest thing, not gonna lie. Otherwise n? What's n? Ah, otherwise it's still length. Okay, content length. That is true. That is true. Header content starts with \star, I think, right? Yeah. So we skip like the multi-line comments, then comment end, header content, find \that. I plus 2. And then we do the same thing. And we do the same thing with any preprocessor defines. But we need to do here \n, right? And if any of those anyways fails, we swear advance by 1. All right. Might work, might not work. And then we define. Yeah, that should be that. And then we define here a private one, which is CPP type match. Maybe, right? Maybe it doesn't work. And then parse class. None, probably. Missing. Guess I'm missing somewhere something. Where? $66 and $71. 66. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, see, why don't we do that? It's Python, right? You don't need to do that. But I'm so used to doing that. I don't know. It's like a C++ brain. But it's still... Oh, they are in... Oh yeah, I'm missing still something. Alright. 38, was that? Yeah, okay. That was that, yeah. Oh well, maybe. CPP type match. So for that one, we do two things. First of all, I am doing regex match. Now we have here a regex. I'm not sure what type that would be, but we will find out. Then we have header, well, yeah, header content, or like content. Yeah, let's do content. Then we have current position, I guess, which I'm not quite sure. Can I do like an out parameter or something like that in Python? Like a reference, or is it always a reference? Like if I pass in that integer, can I change it and it will be changed? I guess only one way to find out. Just doing it. Okay. So I would need to return it, or is there a way to mark stuff as out? Or like as a ref? I mean, again, I guess I can return something more here. Can I do this? I think, right? And then I can return 2 things. True and where? Index, content index. Whatever. It's fine. Header path. Fire path is as well a string. Namespace stack list of strings and include directories is as well a list. A list of strings. Is that all? No, and then we have check like handle inheritance bool. Do I want that? I don't think I need that. Yeah, I'm using parslip here. Where is it? Where I read the file here. But in this case, I really only want the string representation of it. I mean, I can. I would be like that, right? I mean, I wanted to do that anyways as well, like that. Yeah, I guess. It's fine. We can do that. And I don't have a strong opinion on that. Yeah, so what I wanted to do is regex.match content and the index. And then if our regex match hit, but actually if not, then we just return force index, right? Otherwise we can continue. Otherwise we continue and we create a type here. CPP type is basically the handle token thing now. So basically we do here group dictionary, I think is what that is called, right? And we get our regex match group dict. And the name equals group dictionary name. Oops, like that. Get. And if not name, then we return as well force and the index. Probably. Although that one I'm not quite sure, because at that point we already have a match. So we might want to do something else here. I think actually here we want to already do index is index what is plus equals a regex match end, I think. And then we can do that. And then if handle inheritance, then we do our basis or inheritance. Grouped dictionary get like that. If if handle inheritance and that, then we do that. Split inheritances. So we do that. Otherwise our inheritance list is an empty thing by default. And then we return a new CPP type. Can I do this? Return CPP type fully qualified name. Inherits inheritance list, and then is abstract force. That's fine. We parse that in later, right? But the path and the other thing, absolute path. Is our file path, and then that one is basically make relative include with our include directories. I mean, we could do that on the fly, but no, but let's not do that. Oh wait, we're not returning that, right? Yeah. So here we return true and our index, and instead we do self type database at fully qualified name equals that. Oh yeah, and then we need the fully qualified name here as well, of course. And that is basically we join this, we join that with our namespace stack. Plus our name. Wait, did I do that correctly? I think the namespace stack then is wrong, right? Oh no, actually that is fine. But we didn't extend. No, I think yeah, that could work actually. We can do that afterwards. All right. Let's put the regex there. Those ones I kind of have prepared already. So this one is for usings. And we of course need to import regex. And we need typing list. Otherwise nothing works here. And we have those as well. So that's the type def regex and the class regex. Well, class struct regex basically. All right. So we have this, right? Yeah. And we don't do that anymore. Yeah, we do this exactly. And then if we're in a global namespace, we do those too. Maybe. On def parts class for now just does absolutely 0. So what does it take? It takes the type and the content. Okay. Let's see if that works. So we go to module generation, generate module. Do I need that? Actually, we can probably move it out again into code gen. And then let's from common dot type import cpp type from common dot type database import type database. And then let's do a type database. And here we give it our headers and our include tiers, which I want to get from the arguments. I think it's arg parse, right? Like that's a thing, right? Then I do this and add argument headers. Directories. And then parse args like that. That should do it. Create a type database. We just do that for now. We don't output anything else. It will probably not work anyways, because I probably did something wrong along the way. Because I usually tend to do that. I'm not even sure if maybe this needs to be common type. I'm not sure. Let's see. Then in the code gen part, yeah, we parse in here. Okay. I like that probably. Module sources. and I mean probably. I don't know, let's try that. I don't know if there's a limit to this. And then include directories. Is that a reserved thing? Maybe, right? And then when we do the graphics one, we give it that, and yeah, I'm not sure about the include directories, but for now let's just give it an empty string, because I'm not quite sure how to get the include directories wide yet, but I bet there is a way. Let's generate that and let's see what happens. Oh, okay. What? Oh wait, that probably needs to be like that, right? Or we do it like that, maybe. Or how would I do that? Hold on. No, I mean, I guess that should work. Okay, that'll work. I think. Yeah, it did. Alright. Okay. That was clear. 116 in type database. We forgot, as usual, one of those beautiful colons. I guess we didn't, but maybe once like that. Okay, yeah. 129. Oh, Air's name. I mean, we're pretty far already with that. If that was all it was complaining so far, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We can leave that out for now. And just say rail path like that for now. Don't really care about that. Eh? Oh yeah, I did forget the comma, you are correct. Oh, okay, and then yes, we do this. Okay. We are there, but no such file or directory. Okay. What is our path? C. Okay. Oh, that's not how I would want that. What do we pass in there? Can I see that? Can I see somehow what that does? I cannot, or what? Unfortunate. Or in that case, let's print out in our generate module. Print out those headers, I guess. Okay. Um, Maybe I need to actually do that. Wait, why is... Something's weird, right? Isn't it a bit odd? Like the color thing I have here. I mean, even if... I mean, that looked fine, right? Oh, maybe I need to join them somehow. Why is that just C here? That's so bizarre. So here it's fine, but then here we just print. Ah, because we... Okay, let's try something else. CMake. I guess we glue them together. Here. Module sources. Ah. Well, list join this one with that one and list join include directories with that. Does that work? Mm-hmm. Unrecognized arguments. Unfortunate. Let's do that for now. Okay. But why would it be so... CMake is killing me. Do I not have the CMake thing here? Can I somehow verify this? Maybe not. Yeah, something is wrong here. Bizarre. Oh wait. Why is that like that? That might have been an issue. I'm so confused. Do I need this? Why does it... Ugh, what the hell? Where does it get that from? It's like, why does it think this is an unquoted thing? Do I not do that somewhere already? I do. But that's the only join, I guess. Hmm. I am really confused by this. Why would... Ah, wait, I am stupid, right? It's set. I'm stupid. Isn't it like that? Maybe it was that. Forgot my CMake, I think. Yeah, that looks better. And then how does that now look? Unrecognized join. Okay, maybe like that. Ah, wait. Ooh, okay. I'm stupid. It's like that. Because you give it the out variable where you want to store it. Oh yeah, sure. Requires list subcommand join requires 3 arguments, 4 found. 1, 2. Is it that I will need to do this? No, it should be just like that. Did this probably. Again. No commas in this thing. Okay. How do we look now? Okay. Still not sure why that is. Just one? Okay, that didn't do anything or what? I mean, even if... Okay, let's see. The argument here. Okay, let's try something else. Let's glue them with this. Still nothing, okay. Oh. type equals. But why is it only one? That doesn't look correct. Status. That should be more than that. It should be a whole list of things. But it's only one. Why? What the hell? Add Onyx module. I guess. I mean, I don't really care about those. Then then where are the... How do we get that? Ah, target, public, sources. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So this is basically target, public, sources. That. Module name. Maybe. Ah, wait, I need to probably... do that. That looks better. So that should hopefully give us now yes. Question is, can this take a list of strings? Although probably I don't want that. Actually, let's keep it for now like that and we split it just. So we most likely here split on that. Does that work? Okay. That's not bad, I guess. Content is not defined in namespace regex match. Oh yeah, because it's header content. Or like source. Maybe it's maybe maybe let's name that. Oh my god, what did I just do? Okay, whatever. Header content. Alright, let's rerun that. Okay. Fair, I think that one doesn't. That one is not. No, it is called like that. Never mind. It's not defined. Oh, self. Take 7, but 8 were given. Okay. Regex, source content, source stat, file path, namespace. Hmm. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. That's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why would you say that the 8 were given? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How does it think it's 8? How the hell does it think it's 8? I know why it thinks it's 8. Oh my god. Because we have self here, of course. Stupid me. $74 non-type. Oh. Yeah, that's of course a problem. Probably we want to return the CPP type here as well. But actually, and then we can just return the CPP type. And here we return none. None. And here we return that one. Can that work? Does that work like that? We will find out. Doesn't look so bad. String object has no attribute starts with. Oh, okay. I mistyped it 101. Fair. Okay. CPP type takes no arguments. Okay. That's what I kinda thought. Just to. Somehow killed my sound. It's kind of weird. I think I'll pick the other one. Yeah. Headset. Not quite sure how I did that. And then we put that CPP type there. And then we can return that CPP type here as well. Although, or maybe let's do this, because I'm not quite sure if we will test that later. Oh, although I guess we could do that already quite nicely here. So that should be that. Let's build. Okay. Guess we do that, because we don't unpack anything here. Okay. 94. Ah, wait. I mean, I guess we just... already do that. String index out of range in 83. What? How did I manage that? Oh, wait. If... or if that returns something. We can't pop anything there anyway, so probably we can do that. We probably can do that. And if last parsed type, then we continue. Something like that. Oh, god damn it, I forgot that. No, it's still out of range. In command buffer. How come that is a thing? Oh wait, that is command end +2. Well, I'm not sure if that makes that big of a deal. No, not really. What I'm trying to do is code generation. So currently I do that with CMake, and I want to make it outside of CMake so that I can run it as a pre-built step. And what it should do is generate this file. So basically we look in our source for all classes that extend a certain base. I mean, you can think of it as the reflection, but it's like, actually I would call it code generation, right? Not reflection. And then we generate this file automatically. And I have a working prototype, but I'm like re-implementing it in like nicer Python. Let's say that, like with the fully typed and stuff like that, because my prototype is not very nice in that regard. It gets the job done, but I mean, I can show the prototype. So what the prototype already does is it generates, for example, I think this one, right? So it generates this file in my prototype, which I think is a valid thing. And then it as well, that's the next step after that file, because that one is the simple one. You can define, where is it? Let's bring it open. So what the plan is, we have like entity components, right? So let's go to camera component. It's a good one because for that one I have the example. And we always have to do that. We want to hide it in the editor, for example. We want to have an ID so that it can be serialized, and then we have our properties, and then we need to write the serialize and deserialize function for it, and a function to show it in the editor, in the property grid. And what I want to do is auto generate that as well. Okay. So what I did in the prototype is, you would define in the source, like in C++, but in like a .conf file, or like the file extension, I don't know, but it would be part of the project. You define it like this, so like a struct, but you have like attributes as well. And then what the code editor, the code generator does is it takes it and spits out those 3 files, and those are basically valid C++ files, and it generates you automatically the boilerplate code plus the properties to draw it in the editor plus a serialization. So that's the plan for the next coming streams, to add that. You mean the one from C++ 26 or what? Or otherwise I don't really follow what you mean with, I mean, I guess you could call it a meta class, I don't know. So where did we fail? I still don't understand why we fail here. Somewhere along the way I'm parsing too much or too little, I'm not sure. Yeah, string index is out of range. But tell me why. No, that all looks fine. I am confused. Let's add here print found class I free class I, just so that we see if that is incremented correctly, because that should be the case, but you never know, right? Okay, I mean that parses quite a lot. But we never entered the oh no, it found the class. Pre-class 128, found class 402. Okay. Let's output actually the type, because then we probably can find it easier. What fails? Found class last parsed type name. Let's output that as well, because that will give us the line number basic. No, the character index, not the line number. Conditional render. And then we get out of scope. Oh, okay. Okay, let's do another thing. So we found that. Oh, we need to continue here, right? Or? Yeah, we need to continue here. That's the thing. That is what's wrong. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. So with that we can save that, remove that, remove that. That can actually be here probably. Comment that out for now. And then here, what I want to do is rent type database. I mean, probably we do name it types then in the end, but oh wait, it actually built, right? Yeah. Okay. types database, of course. And then in here, let's remove that. But I will call it a day now after that. And we will be back. Maybe actually no, I don't think I can tomorrow. Okay, cool. CPP type buffer, fully qualified name. That the path is currently not filled. Although oh yeah, the path is not filled. We need to fill the absolute path. And then abstract, alias, and then we have the inherits. So all of that works, and we have all of our types for that module. Cool, so that's a good start. And with that, now we can look for systems. Well, we need to build the inheritance list, but that's pretty... it's going good. It's going good. I can show you some stuff. I'm currently working on code generation, but yeah, the 0.4 release was yesterday. There is still a lot of bugs. It doesn't work on NVIDIA cards, it seems like, so I have like some work to do. But you can basically do a volumetric terrain here. You can do that and then add a default material, and now you have this. And then you can take a brush or like a sphere and paint a new sphere in here. Or paint an ellipsoid here. Okay, well that one was garbage, right? Like that. And yeah, here it is. It's just that the LOD system is very, very strong currently. But yeah. It's not that Irrlicht. The game project I'm working on is called like that, but I know that there is an engine that's called like that as well. But it's not the same. But yeah, I do understand why people... That's interesting, see, so that's a thing I should already look at. That this gets optimized away is not good from the LOD system. No, that's all my own stuff. Nothing is actually related to Irrlicht. So yeah, and then you can change it to triplanar, and you have your triplanar, which perfectly works if you don't have a light source. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'm probably not doing... I mean, it's not similar to Unreal, I would say, but I use Python. I parse my files, do code generation there based on base classes that I detect. That one is the simplest case, where I basically create this file. This one here, which just registers the engine systems. And basically I'm looking for everything that basically inherits from this. So that's the easier one. And then the other one that I just showed before you came is, so I have a prototype here. And then I will call it a day, but I will show that one more time. So what I do is, for the entity component system, I will move to the thing that you will define your entity or your component like that, and you have attributes similar to C#. So you can see here we have hidden, we have a min max. I mean, the min doesn't work on the bool, but it was just a test, right? And you have a read only tooltip and whatnot, and then it generates out of that. Do I have it open here? Yeah, it generates like this header, for example. And it will generate a CPP and editor code as well. So this is the CPP where it does the serialize, and this is the editor code where it calls the editor stuff. Yeah, I didn't like the macro thing, right? So that's why I try to get away from that as far as possible, because macros are a real pain. So I want to not add macros. So that's why I do it like that. I just don't like them at all. It's like not even that they are evil or not. They don't work with templates for one thing, right? If as soon as you have a templated thing and you want to pass it to a macro, it completely breaks. So that's already one of the pain points I have with them. To be honest, I'm not even sure if C++26 reflection... I mean, let's see how it ends up being, but the syntax I saw so far just looks painful, so I'm not sure if it will make it that much better. But yeah. Anyways, I will call it a day. We got halfway there for the generation of the engine module. It took a little bit more than I thought because, like, yeah. Not gonna lie, Python not my favorite thing, but it does the job. And that's all about what I care about most. That it gets the job done, and it does that, and it will run on Linux as well, which is the main reason why I chose it. Yep, that's true. All right, I will get some dinner, and yeah, we'll spend some time with my fiance. Thank you very much. Thank you. You too. Always happy to see you around. Hope. Yeah, I'm not sure if you already said that you have a new job, or did you take a time off? I think it was that, right? That you wanted to take some time off. But yeah, hope you have a good time as well. And yeah, hopefully see some of you on Wednesday. That sounds pretty awesome. I might do that as well in the future. Yeah, take care. See you all on Wednesday. Bye bye.